Oh my
Give
goodness.
an intro. Give an intro.
Hi guys, welcome back to our podcast.
The podcast, yes.
The podcast.
Yeah, I just put clips in the beginning, and so you could say that you're in my podcast now.
Featuring Anonymous.
All right.
Kirugo here. How's it going? What up?
Talk about how you were locked out.
Yeah.
You locked yourself out of your room, out of the house. You locked yourself out of your pants. I don't even know what you... I can't. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Pocket Pod. A little piece of that pocket. A little pod in that pocket. First, shout out to Bruce. I went to the gym. So I guess where we left off, last thoughts I remember, I was just about to walk into class. I just arrived at school. Yeah, and I actually ended up staying in my car for a bit, doing some homework. Then walk in at class, attended class, uploaded the class photos because at the end, the teacher Mark, he was planning to do a like a barbecue, and then have like a slideshow in the back. So yeah, and he was like, oh, anyone who has class photos to add, just do your thing, add your thing. But I just didn't get around to it until now, and then I upload like 40, Some of them were repeats. When I take photos, I just keep taking. So I just dropped all of them. What's usable, he can discern. He can pick from what's usable. Yeah. Did that. Talked about torque converters, about turbines and impellers and the stator, and then so you have your main shaft, your input shaft that's connected, and your input shaft comes from your engine, right? So then, so then you have your main shaft, your input shaft, that's connected to your engine, that's connected to a turbine, and the turbine, it's splined to the shaft. Okay, that's how you can always remember to make sure. That's how you know the difference between your turbine and your impeller. Impeller isn't splined. So, and that's for a good reason. So then you got your input shaft and your turbine, and then your turbine, it has fluid running through, right? And this is the automatic transmission fluid. So you got this fluid, and that's being pushed out the turbine, and then the turbine goes to the stator, and the stator redirects the angle of that fluid where it's being shot out, because as it's spinning, there are fins that make it so the centrifugal force redirect that fluid to the stator, right? Right. So it's spinning. The turbine spins. It spins. Then that centrifugal forces that fluid to shoot outwards to the corners, and it's like a circle. You could imagine, it's a circle. This is all an enclosure, and so then it spins it out, and then the fins make that liquid make the fluid shoot forward. And then from that forward, that's not enough to get your torque. What you have a stator, which is a one-way. It does a one-way clutch, so it only moves in one way. So the fluid that's being redirected, it's only in that one way. Okay. And so then now, okay, and then from your stator, then the fluid goes and it changes. Let's say it's being shot out at a 90-degree angle, right? Then your stator converts that 90-degree angle to a 45 with a curve, and then that 45, it hits the impeller, and now it goes to the impeller, and it makes its way back around, and now it makes its way back around, and it goes back to the turbine, and that the fluid just like that. So that's what I learned. That's what I learned before class, because I was doing the homework, and I was like, let me make sure, because he's definitely gonna talk about this. So let me make sure I know what's going on. I'm gonna also be quizzed on this at some point, so there's no point in me waiting till the last second. I might as well be engaged. Plus, I gotta do the homework. Like, You just gotta make it make sense. You just gotta make it make sense. And then the class finished. Went to the gym. And I went to the gym and I shout out to Bruce. I'm doing my workout, doing this, doing that. You know, I see Brucey. Now, you mind if I call you Brucey? I've never called you Brucey. I've never called you Brucey ever, but I also just met you today. I wonder if people call you Brucey. You seem like a cool guy. I could imagine that people could attribute a Brucey, you know? But yeah. So Bruce, I'm doing I also did something new. I did single arm row with cable single arm row. Before it was bicep and back today. But I loved the single arm dumbbell, like single arm dumbbell rows. That was my bread and butter, but it took too long. There's too much time. I'm just trying to squeeze. There's not enough time. And plus, I'm a cable man now. I'm a man of cables. Yeah, I'm a cable man now. There's an ambulance passing by. So I usually just do the both. Get the attachment, do low rows, but on this time I load it up. I look at the attachment. Someone got a D handle. They just got the regular handle. I was like, a handle on this? Let me try it, Tig, cause then it's just a dumbbell. Then it's just a dumbbell row, but with the benefit of, I like those unilateral movements. I feel like those unilateral movements they take longer and people dislike, but don't get me wrong. I don't love every unilateral movement. I don't do everything, but I can see the merit in some, and I could actually see the merit in all, realistically doing a unilateral and make sure both sides are strength accordingly. Because if you could lift 100 with one and then 100 with the other, then when you put them together, you should be able to lift the 200, right? So it still translates. It still translates. So I'm doing it. It felt nice. But as I'm doing this setup, I see Brucey. I see Mr. Bruce. And I give a little smile. He look at me and he's like, I got a question. I'm like, what's the question? He's like, what's those? And beside me, I have my water, my phone, but I also have these two objects protruding from the ground. Like, just what is this? I'm like, they're actually my dual katanas that are collapsible. It's like, really now? And I take him, I give a little demonstration with the blade come out. He's like, oh! I've never seen this in my life. I've never seen this in my life. And I'm like, I did just make it today. I did just make it today. I printed them today. But he's a finer man. He could see the finer details, and so he notices that the blades, they're collapsible. They're all separate. So as intuition goes, he knows that they're separate, but then he's wondering how. He doesn't wonder. He tells me. That's the thing about Bruce. He don't even wonder. He just tell. He tell you what's up. He know. And he's like, oh, but that's amazing. And each one of those pieces, each one of the pieces of the blade, they must be tapered. They must be tapered so they don't, they're not, they interact with each other so they're held. I'm like, you're exactly right. They're tapered. You're exactly right. He's like, that's amazing. The precision. I'm like, I could a man of the finer things. A man of the finer, I can see the cogs. That's what life is. It's the cogs. When the cogs aren't turning, you're just at the wheel. You're just at the wheel. Sometimes even when the cogs are turning, you're barely at the wheel. You're the passenger. You're still getting to your destination, but it's a different story. It's a different story. As I was finishing up, and I was on I was doing some pull-ups. I started to monologue, and I realized I didn't clip my mic on. I didn't clip my mic. I should have my mic at all times. I had it. But I left it in the change room. I didn't carry the case. But I say to myself, well, you're actually an idiot, because you could have just clipped a singular mic on, and they do have that internal. You don't even need your phone. Like, it's a learning experience. Everything's a learning experience. It's everyone's first time living. It's everyone's first time living. It may not be your first time doing a task or an activity but it's your first time living. Brother man, sister woman, hear ye, hear ye. A royal proclamation, a declaration of every day is an opportunity to be better than the person you were yesterday. Every day is a chance that I take and I choose with grace. I chose Chia today. And as it said, like clockwork, I'm here doing class. I'm in class, this. And it hit me like halfway through. I'm like, oh, I'm ready for my day. I'm ready for the life that I exude, the light what I breathe. I breathe life itself. I'm pretty sure I have a quote somewhere in my notes about something similar I said. What? Brother man, that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. The life that we are blessed with. But yeah, oh man, but this monologue I was having in the gym, I'm here practicing my deploys, because as I said, I just made them today, so I'm practicing the techniques, the efficiency, the swag, the style, you know. I gotta make it smooth, flowy. I don't know, it's fun. Let me have my big and I had a big review. His class, Mark said, "What are those? Try what?" And it was at the end of it. He's like, "What are those on your table?" I'm like, "Since you asked, my katana," and I whipped them out, dual extended in all its glory, and I retracted them by stabbing them into my body. They cheered. Nah, they didn't cheer. But one guy did. He was like, "Can I get a video? Can I get a video?" I'm like, yeah. But the chance, the opportunity, I relish in it every chance I get. Oh my days, this guy messed up everything. He illegally ran across the road and held up the entire intersection in every way, in each direction, each cardinal direction. But that was just a mere moment. And now everything has resumed. Sometimes it's hectic. Just wait a bit. Just wait a bit. I relish, and I mustard. No, I actually don't do either of those things. I mustard when I use binders. But yeah. Oh, I'm practicing my deploys. And I'm like, okay, this one's smooth, that one clean, that nice, and a part of me, I'm thinking in my head, because you don't need much force. You don't need much force to have them extend. Just if you tilt them upside down, gravity will do it. The more, and I understand this. I did make them. You know, like I did print them, so I know their structural properties, right? But the thing I noticed with people, they have heavy hands. They have heavy hands. So, and I'm practicing these deploys, making them flow and smooth, and I'm thinking back to Prince. I'm thinking back to Prince earlier, and Prince, he was like, let me try. And he does it, and he's like, my God! And he released his Zampacto. He released his Zampacto, and I saw the joy, the glimmer, the glisten in his eyes. I saw it. I was like, you just lived out your childhood fantasies right there, low key. He's like, yeah. Yeah. I'm like, good. His hands were heavy. I had to do a little bit of finagling to get them back, but that's not on him. You know, Frank is objectively on me, because I didn't give him instruction. So he's left to his own devices, and his own devices, he would think, oh, this is the sturdiest thing in the world. I don't know. It's magic. It's a magic thing. I'm like, yeah, I understand it. It's definitely magic. You got magic at your fingertips. So he oh no, don't tell me I'm gonna have to wait for a parking spot to open up. I actually don't. I actually do not. There's one right here. It's just not favorable. It's not favorable because this guy kind of parked like a jarse, but it's workable. It's not favorable, but it's workable. And I'm back. So to bring it back around. I'm thinking about the elegance and the finesse and my props. I handle my props nice. Everything I do, all my props, like you use your props well. It's cause you have to train. I train with my props. I think about my props. I understand the properties of my props. I know those prop properties. I know that PP well. It's my PP. So I know it well. I know those prop properties. So I refine all that I do, and I try. I feel like that if you're gonna do something, I mean, if I'm gonna do something, I might as well max out the skill. At least when I play games, 100%. When I play games, 100%. I don't play games. I play missions. I complete stories. It's what I do. Something about me. It's that insatiable lust for knowledge and for more. It I don't want to say engulfs. Oh, there's a word and it's on the tip of my tongue. But I tell you, I am enslaved to the thought of more, the dream of more. How far can I go? Because the thing is, when you start at the bottom, it's the bottom, you know? And when you start at the bottom, it is what it is. And you make it to the top. You say one time, okay, all right, thanks God. Okay, all right, I'm lucky. Okay, but then you do it again. You're like, okay, God like me. I'm in favor. You do it again and again and again and again and how many times can you climb from the bottom of the pit all the way to the top and before you realize that you're the one who climbed. You're the one who put in the work. You're the one who did it. You did that. So then when you realize the power that you have, where you're capable, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes the wind let up. Sometimes a magical, mystical pair of climbing gloves fall from the sky, and those ones you're like, okay, well that wasn't me, but I still got here. I went in the direction. It's the attempt. I said it last episode. I'll say it again. Consistency is the key, but effort is the door that relies on the key. The effort, the dream. Consistency is the key that bring your dreams to life. They open up that door. That door. You see, even as I speak, even now, you heard the very first time I uttered that phrase, but now I refine it to an even further degree. It's on my mind. How far can I push it? I'm craving, I'm gluttonous, I'm greedy. I'm a greedy man, but not in just one way, but in every aspect, in every facet of my life. I reach and I know no other way. It's almost definitive. It's almost as concrete, as cement as the sun in the sky currently. I say that there's all clouds. I only see clouds, but it's there. Even when you don't see it, you know it's there. That's what it's been like. When I lost my soul, I didn't even see it, but it was still there. It was encaged, enslaved, bottled. Look, brother, man, sister, woman, hear ye, hear ye. The consistency is the key, but the door is the dream. So we go back to my props, and it's a little toy sword that I made. Listen, I say little, it's low key not little, but that doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is it's irrelevant. But if I can reach and I could refine and I could practice, even with just a prop, with something meaningless, inconsequential, if I could make it significant, because it changed me today. I had that prop and it changed me today. I was ready though. I had to perform. I had to do my big reveal in the class. I got to have a commentary with Bruce. I don't even know if me and Bruce would have spoke otherwise. Probably eventually, maybe. I see him often in the gym. I see him around. Only a matter of time. But it's the dream, it's the door. That door is created by the dream, and then that dream is brought to life with the key of consistency. Before you could bring anything into this reality, it must be imaginary. So when you ask me what the difference is between an idea and a dream and a concept, a concept and a delusion, what's the difference between delusions and premonitions? I'll give you a moment. I'll give you a moment. What is the difference between a delusion and a premonition? Done? All right. Both, in my opinion, feel free to argue with me. Both aren't real. Both are just concepts, ideas, imaginary. They're not in this reality yet, but you see them. And you could see them as clear as day. You could paint a picture like Picasso. Ooh, that's the name of the pod. That's the name of the episode. Picasso's painting that door. The pocket pod's PP. Pocket pod. Yo, I'm actually having a field day by saying PP. Like, I'm actually a child. Like, I'm actually childish. But it's yo, I take it with grace. I take my faults with grace. I take my victories with grace. I take everything with grace. I put grace on the side of everything. I'm the only one who can give myself grace, so I might as well give myself all of the grace. I might as well always give myself grace. I might as well. Look, I practice purposeful speech. I practice purposeful speech and being the change that I want to see in the world. I want it to be a weirder place. I want it to be a kookier place. More outlandish. Not nonsensical. Not nonsensical, but not ruleless. But not governless, you know? I don't need the purge. I don't need anarchy. Just a little bit more smiles here and a little bit more smiles there. A little bit more understanding here. And maybe, and just maybe one day, just maybe, you could take one more step. One more. Look, I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy. So I refine my props. I refine these things I do. I do it to every degree, in every facet of my life, every area and every well, in every sector. I'm trying right now. I'm trying right now. And it's a beautiful thing. It's the effort. The effort makes you alive. I don't know. It makes me alive. I'm trying. I don't want to be comfortable. I can't stand being comfortable. That's my problem. I can't stand being complacency is the enemy. Comfort is the enemy. I can't stand being comfortable and complacent, because when you get comfortable, you get complacent. When you get complacent, you don't reach, you don't dream. You're not in the realm of imagination. You're just in the realm of reality, and that's one thing. But I want to mix. I want to combine my imagination with reality, because before anything can come into this reality, it must be imaginary. So why would I cut off myself? Why would I cut myself off from that beauty, that glory? I'm gonna walk upstairs. Look, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. So I'm really here. I'm really here. Taking it day by day, chance by chance, opportunity by opportunity. Oh my days! Open my door. I actually parked right in a big puddle. I'm wearing Crocs. I'm wearing Crocs. Good thing I'm wearing my winter Crocs. Good thing I'm wearing my winter Crocs at least. Ooh. Okay. Yo, this puddle is actually massive. I can't walk straight. I have to go around the back. Oh, but there's ice covering the back. I mean, there's ice and snow covering the back field. Oh my days. Okay. I walked one around. Okay, the puddle subsided a bit. Ain't that something? Ain't this country, bro? This country. It's cold. But I enjoy it. I feel like, I've been called like a super sadist. Oh, no. Masochist. Masochists enjoy when pain is inflicted upon them. Sadists like to inflict the pain, but I've been told I'm a master masochist. I'm like, whoa. You're like, look at your schedule. You're the only person I know who goes to college and have more hours than a part-time job than a full-time, because I'm doing 7:30 to what, 6? No, I said 6. 7:30 to 3:30, Monday to Friday. So then that's not. Hello, Amanda. How you doing? I'm good. I'm doing my pod. I'm doing my pod, the pocket pod. Yeah, you want to say anything? No. Okay, bye. But yeah, so I can't. That's Raheem. Okay. And you walked into the elevator, the pocket pod. The pocket pod is actually such a fire title. I love alliteration. When those combining it. I love alliterate, and that's different from being illiterate. Alliteration and being illiterate, but I am illiterate. Technically, I am illiterate. 6. but we'll get into that another day. COVID happened. I didn't do my literacy test, so technically I'm illiterate. Hi. But that's fine. Your life goes on. Life goes on. Just like that. Just like the guy who stopped traffic. No one's even thinking about that right now. Not even you. No one's thinking about my commentary on that. It passed. It was gone. It was an inconvenience. It was a spectacle. But then it subsided. What more? That's life. That is life in itself. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Ooh. I'm back and I'm better. I'm in the crib now, and hopefully I can get some mozzarella cheddar. Ooh. But yeah. And I see my station, my workstation, the station where I'm able to create magic and spectacles. My props. Oh. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.